Thank you very much for watching Breakfast Live on Times Television. My name is Banda, and I've been privileged on the sidelines of a lecture conference on corruption. Heads of anti-corruption agencies have been meeting in Mangochi, meeting over what should be done to fight corruption in this great country and also in this great continent. And one of the presenters at this very important conference is Sharlet Adams. She runs Genwood Global, a fund management company. She's my guest this morning in Breakfast Live. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
What brings you to Malawi?
So I thought it was important to join the conference here to give a perspective about what businesses are doing to fight corruption. So businesses, unfortunately, sometimes are part of the problem dealing with corruption, in that there are businesses that pay bribes to get contracts. And therefore, since businesses are part of the problem, they should also be part of the responsibility of finding solutions to fight corruption. So this is what I talked about during my speech, was giving what we as business owners are doing to fight corruption.
Now, how can we fight corruption when there are so many companies that are getting so much money from, for example, government, and they promise, for example, to build roads, different structures,
Yes.
and they get money, and they don't. Sometimes they leave the project unfinished.
Unfinished, the quality suffers, or the costs that they say that they are putting into those projects never really are realized. So that's a good point, Brian. Actually, construction is one of the biggest industries that is prone to corruption. And I think that government can fight. What we've seen is governments that have imposed strict regulations on companies wanting to come in to their countries, such as the beautiful Malawi, and come here and do work here. Strict regulations stating you must have policies on corruption, on extortion, on whistleblowing even. And governments can require us as companies to have what we call integrity monitors. So I am a consultant with a company called Hill International, project management company and engineering firm, and they actually do oversight of projects. So if a subcontractor is saying that they're delivering 100 bags of concrete, Hill International engineers are checking to make sure that the materials are there, that the quality is there. So we see that, you made a good point, we see that a lot in various countries. I don't know if it's happening here in Malawi.
It is happening here.
Oh,
it is happening.
It is happening.
Oh
gosh.
It is happening here.
Roads that crumble.
Yes.
Money that disappears, projects that drag on endlessly. There has to be some way to fight that, combat that, prevent that from happening. And this is something that we at Hill International do.
Is it possible to do clean business? Because others have asked that question again and again.
Very, very good question. I do believe it is possible to do clean business. Our companies do clean business. Hill is one of the most trusted companies in the world. And again, we not only adhere to the policies, strict policies that we have in place, we also work with other companies to ensure that we are all adhering to certain practices that fight corruption, that fight these unethical business practices. Yes, I do believe, to answer your question.
I watched and listened attentively to your introduction in the conference.
Yes.
Very successful woman.
Oh, thank you.
How have you managed?
Thank you. By the grace of God. By many prayers, I can say. And I think that I just always felt, they told me you can be and do whatever you want to do. And I felt that that was true. And education was key for me. I was lucky enough to have a mother that was an educator. So I tell women now that are wanting to get into business, whether you need to go to school or to just learn a trade, learn it and learn it well. And this is one thing that I did before getting into the industries that I got into. I made sure that I learned about them, and that once I got in them, I did not give up, even with the challenges that were in place, and there were many. So I'm originally from America, from the United States, and decided to get into the oil and gas business at one time. Actually I was the only female electrical and instrumentation contractor in the Gulf of Mexico for a major oil and gas company at one time. Many times, Brian, because I was a woman, because I was African American, they wanted me to give up. And I didn't. I stayed strong. And I surrounded myself with great people and staff that worked with me.
There are a lot of women watching us tonight as the people are getting prepared to go to work, and others are at the point of probably giving up
Yes.
because of the challenges. The
Yes.
territory that you have been,
Yes.
it's a man's world.
Yes,
there.
yes.
There are probably women that are also in that business in Malawi watching us this morning.
Yes.
What would you tell those women?
I would tell them, don't give up. You may be right at the breakthrough point. That is the time that those challenges seem to be overwhelming. But I would tell you, don't give up, because it is worth it. Your dreams can be realized, and you can achieve tremendous success. Women are strong. We are the ones that have to carry the babies. We are the ones that have some of the strongest responsibilities in the world. So why can't we have successful careers? And why can't we achieve the success that our male counterparts achieve in some of the male-dominated industries?
But others watching us this morning would say, but Sharlet, you are in America, you are in the UK. Yes. The opportunities there are many than here.
Yes, but it's very interesting, Brian, because I met two very beautiful young ladies here. And by the way, I am so impressed with Malawi. It is the warm heartbeat of Africa. Just the nicest people. And I have encouraged them to start their own businesses. One lady here came to do my nails, wonderful lady, and she said, I don't have the equipment. I'm actually sponsoring her. And so I feel that there are so many opportunities here because there's so many things that are not being done here and that are wanted. So for instance, in this area, I needed my nails done. This woman had to come from near Blantyre. Why aren't there more nail shops here? Why aren't there more spas here? Women love to be beautiful. So I feel that there are bountiful opportunities here for women to go into business for themselves.
How can a woman business lady manage to fight the challenges and temptations that come and the forces that come from men?
Oh,
and how have you been able to fight that? Because there are a lot of expectations. A woman sometimes who is in business, people think all sorts of things.
Yes, that's right. That is very true. And I can tell you it has been hurtful, especially in oil and gas. People question how I achieved the success I did there. But one thing I did not give up. I always made it a point to put the standards in my companies much higher than what my male counterparts and other competitors were doing. In addition, again, I surrounded myself with those that believed that we could succeed and worked hard, tirelessly to make sure that our companies were better than our competitors. We did more. We provided better services. So I think it's a matter of, again, determination and persistence on the woman's part, but it's also a matter of surrounding yourself with a strong support team. So whether it's other women that are in your industry or whether it's those that work directly with you, because they want you to give up. Others that don't want you to come into their industries, they want you to give up. But if you have that support team and you have that inner determination, you'll make it.
Issues of capital have always come.
Yes.
You probably have been lucky. You got an inheritance. We don't know. You got a loan. What about those that are struggling with capital?
No, when you have capital challenges, I would say start at the place that you can start at. So, for instance, the lady that came to help me with my nails, she had what she had. She had minimal equipment, okay? But that money, it's a matter of discipline. You have to try and save a little. You also, once you start showing that your services are very good and that you are determined, you can go, and there will be those that will want to invest in you. Don't be afraid to ask. When you know that you believe in what you're doing, don't be afraid to ask, because you are not asking for a favor from anyone. I always looked at it as an opportunity I was providing someone to make money by helping me. Because I would pay them back. I would pay them back with interest. But I looked at it, those initial investors that helped me, it was an opportunity for them to make money alongside me by helping me.
Is money a source of happiness, Sharlet? I'm asking this question deliberately.
Yes.
Because you are probably one of the richest women in America, looking at what we have been taught, looking at how people have spoken highly of you. Does it bring contentment?
Very, very good question, and very thought-provoking question. Money actually allows certain freedoms. Okay? So there are some freedoms that come with money. Does it bring happiness in and of itself? Absolutely not. I mean, the happiness that you have actually succeeded in what you've done on a career level or how you obtain your money. But happiness alone, does money bring happiness? No, it doesn't. It just allows for freedoms, and it allows you, if you use your money wisely. So, important part of my success and financial success now is giving back. So that brings me tremendous happiness. You can use your money to create or enhance your happiness.
We'll have to leave it on that note this morning.
Yes.
Thank you very much
for
granting us this interview, and we wish you the very best of luck.
Thank you
in your
very
businesses.
much. Thank you, Malawi.
That's Sharlet Adams, the proprietor of Genwood Global, a fund management program. And I hope that you have been encouraged, especially you women watching us this morning. My name is Banda. On the sidelines of Commonwealth Heads of Anti-Corruption Summit taking place in Mangochi, Malawi. And we were honored that Ms. Adams gave us a very powerful presentation on how women and business people can run business without any element of corruption. Back to you in our studios in Blantyre.